Welcome to our in-depth exploration of the life and philosophy of Dōgen, the founder of the Soto school of Zen Buddhism. Join us as we delve into his profound teachings on Zazen, the art of seated meditation, and his insightful guidance on living in the present moment. Dōgen Kigen was born in 1200 in Kyoto, Japan, into an aristocratic family. Orphaned at a young age, he was deeply influenced by the impermanence of life, which ignited his quest for spiritual truth. This journey led him to become one of the most revered figures in Zen Buddhism. From an early age, Dōgen showed a keen interest in philosophical reflection and spiritual pursuits. The death of his mother when he was just 7 years old profoundly affected him, instilling in him a deep sense of life's fleeting nature. This awareness of impermanence became a central theme in his later teachings. He joined the Tendai monastery on Mount Hiei at the age of 13, where he rigorously studied Buddhist scriptures. However, he became disillusioned with the Tendai school's practices, finding them too ritualistic and lacking in direct experiential insight. He questioned why, if all beings possess Buddha nature, there is a need for extensive practice to realize enlightenment. This fundamental question drove him to seek answers beyond the confines of Japanese Buddhism. At the age of 23, Dōgen traveled to China in search of answers. This journey was not only a physical voyage, but also a profound spiritual quest. The trip was perilous, involving a long sea voyage fraught with dangers. In China, Dōgen visited numerous monasteries and met with several renowned masters. However, it was his encounter with the great Zen master Rujing at the Tiantong monastery that profoundly impacted his understanding of Buddhism. Rujing's teachings emphasized shikantaza meditation, focusing on direct, experiential practice without attachment to the results. This approach resonated deeply with Dōgen, who had been seeking a more authentic and direct path to enlightenment. Under Rujing's guidance, Dōgen experienced a profound spiritual awakening. One pivotal moment came when Rujing admonished a fellow monk for dozing off during meditation, saying, "Drop off body and mind." These words struck a deep chord with Dōgen, leading to a significant breakthrough in his practice. Dōgen returned to Japan with a renewed vision and established the Soto school of Zen, emphasizing the importance of Zazen or seated meditation. Back in Japan, Dōgen initially faced resistance from the established Buddhist institutions. However, his unwavering dedication and the profound clarity of his teachings gradually attracted a following. He settled in Kyoto, where he began teaching and writing extensively about the practice of Zazen. In 1243, seeking a more secluded environment for intensive practice, Dōgen moved with his disciples to Echizen province, where he founded the Eiheiji Temple, which remains one of the two main temples of the Soto school to this day. At Eiheiji, Dōgen continued to teach and write, producing some of his most important works, including the Shobogenzo. In his teachings, Dōgen emphasized that enlightenment is not a distant goal, but an ever-present reality, accessible through the practice of Zazen. He believed that by simply sitting and being fully present, we can experience the true nature of existence. Zazen for Dōgen was not merely a meditation technique, but the actualization of enlightenment itself. He taught that the very act of sitting in meditation is a manifestation of one's innate Buddha nature. This perspective marked a significant departure from other Buddhist schools that emphasized attaining enlightenment through various practices and rituals. Dōgen's approach was grounded in the direct experience of reality, free from conceptualization and attachment. Dōgen's philosophy also delves into the concept of uji, where each moment is a complete manifestation of existence and time. This concept challenges the conventional understanding of time as a linear progression of past, present, and future. Instead, Dōgen taught that each moment is a dynamic and complete expression of being time, where existence and time are inseparable. He used poetic and evocative language to convey this profound insight, often drawing on natural imagery and everyday activities to illustrate how the sacred and the mundane are intertwined. His profound insights continue to inspire and guide practitioners around the world, urging them to live fully in the present and embrace the impermanence of life. By appreciating the transient nature of existence, Dōgen believed that one could cultivate a deep sense of presence and mindfulness, leading to a more authentic and fulfilling life. Join us as we explore the life and teachings of Dōgen and discover how his wisdom can bring peace and clarity to our modern lives. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if you find it helpful. So let us explore in depth each aspect of Dōgen's philosophical thought, including his writings, key concepts, and their influence on modern philosophy and spirituality. Shobogenzo. The Shobogenzo is divided into 95 chapters, each addressing a different aspect of Zen practice and Buddhist philosophy. This monumental work is a testament to Dōgen's profound insight and his ability to articulate complex spiritual concepts in a clear and accessible manner. We will examine several chapters in detail to illustrate the richness and depth of Dōgen's teachings. 1. Genjokoan. This chapter explores the concept of the actualization of reality. Dōgen uses stories and metaphors to show how every moment of daily life is an expression of ultimate truth. He illustrates that enlightenment is not a distant or abstract goal, but something that can be realized in the midst of ordinary activities. For example, Dōgen recounts how a Zen master attained enlightenment while sweeping the floor, emphasizing that true understanding comes from direct engagement with the present moment. 2. Bendowa. In this chapter, Dōgen explains the practice of zazen and its importance in the Zen path. He answers common questions about meditation and clarifies common misunderstandings. Dōgen emphasizes that zazen is not a means to an end, but an end in itself. The practice of just sitting allows practitioners to directly experience their Buddha nature without the need for elaborate rituals or doctrinal study. 3. Uji. This chapter delves into the concept of being time, exploring how each moment contains all of existence. Dōgen uses concrete examples to illustrate this complex idea, such as the analogy of time being like a river where each drop of water is inseparable from the current. He teaches that understanding being time requires a shift in perspective, seeing each moment as complete and sufficient in itself. 4. Sansuikyo. In this chapter, Dōgen discusses the nature of mountains and water, using these natural elements as metaphors to explain deep Zen concepts. He describes how mountains and rivers embody the dynamic, interconnected nature of reality. By contemplating the natural world, practitioners can gain insight into the principles of impermanence and interdependence that are central to Zen practice. Key concepts. Genjokoan. Dōgen taught that Genjokoan, or the actualization of reality, is a continuous practice where every action and every moment are expressions of ultimate truth. For example, he told stories of Zen masters who found enlightenment through simple tasks like sweeping or preparing a meal. These anecdotes show how ordinary actions can reveal profound truths when performed with mindfulness and devotion. Dōgen's emphasis on Genjokoan highlights the importance of being fully present and engaged in whatever one is doing. By bringing complete attention and care to each task, no matter how mundane, one can experience the depth and richness of reality. This approach encourages practitioners to find spiritual fulfillment in everyday activities, transforming the ordinary into the extraordinary. Uji. The concept of Uji, or being time, is central to Dōgen's philosophy. He taught that each moment is complete and self-sufficient, containing all of existence within itself. This means that enlightenment is not a future destination, but a present reality that must be experienced in every moment. Dōgen often used metaphors to explain this idea, comparing time to a river where each drop of water is inseparable from the current. He emphasized that understanding being time requires a radical shift in how we perceive time and existence. Instead of seeing time as a linear sequence of events, Dōgen invites us to see each moment as a unique, dynamic expression of reality. This perspective encourages practitioners to live fully in the present, appreciating the beauty and complexity of each moment. Shinjin Datsuraku. The teaching of Shinjin Datsuraku, or dropping off body and mind, is a call to transcend attachments and illusions of the ego. Dōgen taught that to realize true Buddha nature, one must relinquish all identifications and mental constructs. This practice requires rigorous discipline and complete immersion in zazen, enabling practitioners to free themselves from the limitations of the self. Dōgen believed that by letting go of the false distinctions between self and other, practitioners could experience a profound sense of unity with all beings. This teaching challenges practitioners to confront and dissolve the deeply ingrained habits and perceptions that create a sense of separation and suffering. By dropping off body and mind, one can enter a state of true freedom and clarity. Influence and legacy impact on Zen Buddhism. Dōgen's impact on Zen Buddhism is immense. His teachings transformed Zen practice in Japan and influenced many generations of practitioners. His emphasis on zazen as the central practice and his rigorous approach to monastic discipline established a solid foundation for the So school, which is now one of the largest Zen schools in Japan. Dōgen's insistence on the primacy of direct experience over theoretical knowledge has shaped the way Zen is practiced and taught. His legacy is evident in the numerous Zen centers and monasteries that continue to uphold his teachings. The principles of simplicity, mindfulness, and rigorous practice that Dōgen espoused are deeply embedded in the culture of Soto Zen. Philosophical contributions. Dōgen's philosophical contributions extend beyond Zen Buddhism. His writings have influenced many thinkers and philosophers, both in Japan and in the West. His view of enlightenment as a present and accessible reality has inspired mindfulness movements and modern spiritual practices that emphasize the importance of living in the present moment. Philosophers and scholars have drawn on Dōgen's insights to explore issues related to time, existence, and consciousness. His holistic approach, which integrates practice and philosophy, offers a unique perspective that continues to resonate in contemporary discussions on spirituality and human experience. Dōgen's emphasis on the interconnectedness of all things has also contributed to environmental ethics and the appreciation of nature in spiritual practice. Global presence today, Dōgen's teachings are studied and practiced worldwide. Meditation centers and Soto monasteries exist in many countries, offering retreats and training programs for practitioners of all levels. Dōgen's global impact testifies to the power and relevance of his teachings, which continue to inspire millions of people around the world. The universality of Dōgen's message, with its focus on direct experience and practical wisdom, has allowed it to transcend cultural and religious boundaries. His teachings on mindfulness, ethical living, and the nature of reality have found a receptive audience among diverse groups seeking spiritual depth and meaning in their lives. The ongoing translation and publication of his works ensure that his insights remain accessible to future generations. Conclusion and lessons from his philosophy. Summary of teachings. Dōgen's teachings provide valuable tools for understanding the nature of enlightenment and how to realize it in our daily lives. By emphasizing the practice of zazen and mindfulness in every action, Dōgen shows us that enlightenment is always within reach, accessible through our deep engagement with the present moment. His teachings encourage us to see the sacred in the mundane, to find enlightenment not in extraordinary experiences but in the simple everyday moments of our lives. This approach demystifies the concept of enlightenment, making it a practical and attainable goal for anyone willing to engage in sincere practice. Dōgen's emphasis on direct experience and continuous practice challenges us to live authentically and fully, embracing each moment as an opportunity for awakening. Modern applications. Dōgen's teachings on mindfulness and meditation have found particular resonance in the modern world. In a society often dominated by stress and distractions, his principles of fully living each moment and relinquishing ego attachments offer a path to a more balanced and fulfilling life. The practice of Zazen can help us develop greater focus, clarity, and emotional resilience. Techniques derived from Dōgen's teachings have been integrated into modern mindfulness practices, which are now widely used in therapeutic settings to address issues such as anxiety, depression, and chronic stress. By incorporating Zazen and mindfulness into our daily routines, we can cultivate a greater sense of presence and equanimity, improving our overall well-being. Dōgen's teachings offer practical tools for navigating the complexities of modern life, helping us to find peace and purpose amidst the chaos. Ethical and compassionate living. Dōgen taught that true understanding of Buddha nature involves ethical and compassionate living. By recognizing our interdependence with all beings, we are called to act with kindness and empathy. His teachings on ethical conduct, such as the Tenzo Kyokun, emphasize the importance of mindfulness and care in all our actions. Dōgen's principles can guide our daily actions, helping us create more harmonious relationships and positively contribute to our communities. Practicing compassion and ethical living not only benefits others, but also deepens our own spiritual practice. By cultivating qualities such as patience, generosity, and humility, we can transform our interactions and create a more compassionate and just society. Dōgen's emphasis on ethical living underscores the inseparability of personal and social transformation, encouraging us to live in a way that reflects our deepest values: interconnectedness and impermanence. Dōgen's philosophy also highlights the interconnectedness of all existence and the impermanent nature of life. He taught that by embracing the impermanence of life, we can appreciate the beauty and preciousness of each moment. This perspective encourages us to live fully and authentically, without clinging to the past or fearing the future. Understanding impermanence can lead to a greater sense of peace and acceptance, helping us navigate the inevitable changes and challenges of life with grace and equanimity. Dōgen's teachings on impermanence remind us that everything is in constant flux, and by accepting this, we can find freedom and joy in the present. This understanding can help us let go of attachments and fears, allowing us to engage with life more openly and fearlessly. Personal reflections and testimonials. Many practitioners and experts have testified to the transformative impact of Dōgen's teachings in their lives. They speak of the clarity and peace they have found through Zazen practice, and how Dōgen's writings have helped them navigate the challenges of modern life. For example, a practitioner might describe how the practice of Zazen helped them cope with a personal loss, finding solace in the stillness and presence of meditation. These testimonies illustrate the enduring relevance of Dōgen's philosophy and its ability to inspire profound and lasting change. The experiences of those who have integrated Dōgen's teachings into their lives serve as a testament to the practical and spiritual benefits of his wisdom. By sharing these personal stories, we can see how Dōgen's teachings continue to touch and transform lives across different contexts and cultures. Continued study and practice. Dōgen's writings continue to be a rich source of study and reflection for Zen practitioners and scholars alike. His works are studied in monasteries and Zen centers worldwide, where they serve as a foundation for both formal practice and personal inquiry. The depth and complexity of his teachings provide endless opportunities for exploration and growth. By engaging deeply with his texts, practitioners can uncover new layers of meaning and insight, enriching their understanding and practice of Zen. Continued study and practice of Dōgen's teachings help to keep his wisdom alive and relevant, ensuring that future generations can benefit from his profound insights. Engaging with Dōgen's works in a community of practice also fosters a deeper sense of connection and shared purpose, enhancing both individual and collective understanding. Global influence and future legacy. Dōgen's influence extends beyond Japan and Zen Buddhism, impacting spiritual seekers and philosophers around the world. His emphasis on direct experience, mindfulness, and ethical living resonates across cultural and religious boundaries. As interest in mindfulness and meditation continues to grow globally, Dōgen's teachings offer timeless wisdom that can guide individuals on their spiritual journeys. His legacy is not only preserved in traditional Zen practice, but also in the broader context of contemporary spiritual and philosophical discourse. The continued relevance of Dōgen's teachings is a testament to their universality and depth, offering insights that transcend time and place. By exploring Dōgen's legacy, we can see how his teachings continue to inspire and challenge us to live more deeply and authentically. Call to practice Dōgen's teachings invite us to explore the depths of our own experience, to practice mindfulness and zazen with sincerity, and to live ethically and compassionately. By doing so, we can realize the true nature of our existence and contribute to a more peaceful and harmonious world. His teachings remind us that enlightenment is not a distant goal, but a living reality that we can experience here and now. Embracing Dōgen's wisdom can transform our lives, helping us to find clarity, purpose, and peace in the midst of our daily challenges. By committing to continuous practice and reflection, we can cultivate a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world, creating a foundation for lasting spiritual growth. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the life and philosophy of Dōgen. His teachings on zazen and living in the present moment continue to inspire and guide practitioners around the world. We hope this exploration has offered you valuable insights and encouraged you to incorporate these timeless principles into your own life. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if you found it helpful. Until next time, embrace the present and find peace in each moment.